Welcome back to Marketing Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Marketing Champions, we're meeting with industry experts to talk about the tips, tricks, and trends going on in the advertising space. Join us today, Daniel Burstein with MECLABS. Daniel, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mike.
It's great to have you back, talking to you again. A lot's been going on, a lot of changes in the way people advertise. Tell me a little bit about MECLABS and Marketing Sherpa and what resources you give your customers.
Absolutely. We have a lot of free resources. We have a publication called Marketing Sherpa where we publish free case studies for marketers. And on MECLABS, we have a patented heuristic, a set of heuristics to help marketers better understand how they can increase conversion, get more yeses for the asks they have. And then, of course, we could come alongside. We have some, paid offerings to help out, one-to-one and help out marketing teams as well.
What's the biggest change that you've seen in the way companies market their products and services over the last 12 months?
There's been a lot more customer focus, which is good. This is something, that we teach through our heuristics. It's something we teach through our training. A lot more experimentation, a lot more trying to figure out what customers really want. It's been forced on us, right? Because so much has changed with COVID-19 and the pandemic and, to the entire industries. But, marketers, entrepreneurs, they've had a lot more curiosity. And it's a good reminder that, hopefully we're going to be past this, whole pandemic at some point, 6 months, 2 years, who knows exactly. But you're still going to have a COVID-19 of your industry or of your customer or of your product. So it's always a good reminder that things are constantly changing. Your competition, your customers, the options they have, advertising channels. And so you got to keep this kind of customer centricity, this focus, this curiosity, this interest on how you can deliver value to customers, because it's a constantly changing world in your industry.
You guys at Marketing Sherpa, you create a whole lot of content. You've done virtual events, live events. What percent of your outreach over the last 12 months has actually been in person to virtual, and do you see that flipping back to in-person events?
It's funny. This is a discussion that we've been having internally. It seems to kind of be heading one way. Then we got this Delta variant. Obviously, in Jacksonville, we're very aware of the Delta variant, and so we're not sure which way to go. So, very interesting thing happened to us, actually. So, through MECLABS, the parent organization, we had this very intense in-person event that we would have with key company leaders at different companies, along with their key vendors. We called it a quick win clinic. So, we'd get together the top leaders and vendors from that company in a room for 2 days, for 3 days, and we just intensely focus on what their funnel is, how they serve a customer, to try to find, as the name implies, quick wins that they can walk away from that meeting, kind of get 6 months worth of worth of work done in like 2 or 3 days, walk away with some quick wins, and boom, have marching orders to increase results. Well, for example, the last one we had, February of 2020, right here in Jacksonville, was a lot of fun. We picked them up from the airport in Teslas. We all got together in a room to kind of, give that brainstorming, that innovative feel, but even when they're driving from the airport. And we got a lot of, possible wins for them, and they left and they had, great results. Come March 2020, real quick, I was supposed to be in Orange County at the end of the month. Middle of the month, I'm trying to book a flight on Delta. The the website's crashing because, of course, so many people are canceling their flights. So we had to pivot in a big way. And what we've done and what we figured out how to do is how to do this virtually. So now we have this new virtual quick win clinic where we find ways to just connect teams from all over the country, all over the world, get together and still get this important work done of looking intensely in just a few days without distractions at their funnels, at their, marketing and finding where the quick wins are. So to answer your question, it's gone a lot from in-person, something we did frequently, to virtual, to finding a way, as many other companies have, to connect and deliver value through mechanisms like this, like, live broadcast.
Is it becoming tougher for companies to engage on all the meetings, the Zooms and whatnot? I've got a lot of friends in the industry that they log on, but they're not paying attention. And they're on 5 to 6 Zoom meetings a day. Have you seen that with webinars as well? Or is it someone who logs on that is more engaged? What's your viewpoint on that?
Yeah, I got a funny story on that real quick on a Zoom. There was someone on the Zoom and we mentioned like, hey, it looks like your screen is frozen. And they're like, oh, no, I just put a picture there that looks exactly like me and my background. So I can just kind of log off sometimes and people don't realize it. Yeah, man, I would say in the beginning, I don't know, for me, for COVID, it was, this was great. We could do all these virtual things. And then I just personally got so sick and tired of it. Actually, University of North Florida, I volunteered to be a mentor with them last summer. This summer, it was going to be on Zoom again. And I said, hey guys, I'm sorry. I just cannot do any more Zooms than I have to do. Let me know when you're back to in person. So yeah, it's a big challenge. Two things that we've done to help is we had a series of YouTube lives during the pandemic to really help to get some of that interaction going with viewers to make sure they know that they're not out there alone, and it really kind of helped to build a community around things. The other things we're doing, we're about to launch actual totally free conversion rate optimization course. And so what we're doing is now just having some of those videos that we send out and podcasts that we send out, but try to get some interaction going with email and some of these other channels. One thing I really recommend to companies is webinars aren't the only interactive way that you can communicate with your customers. For companies sending emails every day, it's so funny. I see so many of these no reply emails, which just makes my brain want to explode, right? It's the rudest thing you could do. Mike, I am going to send you an email, but don't you dare try to send it back. So one thing we do in every email, we say, hey, we're here to help. Feel free to email us. And sometimes people are shocked. They'll email us something back. We'll actually write back. So to your point, look for ways, even if we can't get together in person yet, or if it doesn't work for your company, to interact with your customers. Webinars are one way, email, social media, a lot of other ways too.
Well, Daniel, you're in Jacksonville, we're in Jacksonville. The Delta variant is in Jacksonville for a little bit longer, but we'd love to have you back in the studios, and we always appreciate your insights on the show. So thank you for coming on today.
Thanks, Mike. I look forward to seeing you in person again, hopefully soon.
Thank you, sir. To find out more about MECLABS and all the great things they can do for your business, visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.